6, Craig Sullivan. Great to see you, bro.
How are you, brother?
You know what? I'm not really feeling myself today. I'm feeling a little bit off. I don't know. I don't feel at one with my body. Maybe that's because I'm out of my Iron Man suit or something like that. I don't know. I don't feel.
Are you feeling moody?
Oh, God. This is not going to go well.
Maybe
Craig,
pump some iron.
What is that?
Maybe you need to pump some iron.
We're gonna pump some this iron right here. But we'll talk about this in just a second. But Craig, first I got to know, what time is it?
It's time for an audit, brother.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit, otherwise known as the most inhospitable show in hospitality. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Craig Sullivan. And you're questioning your life decisions, of course. How are you there, Craig? Good to see you, bro.
We still can't drive in the rain, but, you know, it's Friday.
Wasn't that a pop song in the 80s? We can't drive in the rain.
Something, or we still can't find what we're looking for.
Anyway,
stop talking about things before my time. I'm supposed to be involved in this show.
Okay, well, David,
routinely.
David, we're going to bring you in right now because you pointed this out to me. Glenn, you were fashion forward during the pandemic, and you changed your attire, and you now have sweatpants. And David pointed out to me that it's time for you to do that again. So we spared no expense, and we got you a pair of khakis. Okay? There are no pictures of Glenn Hausman wearing khakis, and we spared no expense going to a secondhand store getting these for you. So they'll be in the hall for you.
Wow. That's generous.
Listen, guys, I need to make this very clear. I am part of this show as much as anybody.
Yes, you are.
You need to keep me in mind when you talk about these references so that I can partake in this show. So I'm so not in the mood for you two right now.
All right, well, yeah. All right.
Ooh,
I am going to actually leave the show because I am moody as hell right now.
Good. All right, good. Well, if you're going to be...
guess what?
What?
My mood is going to change. As soon as I get outside, I'm going to be back from the road. And as you can see, Craig, I will not be asking any questions on the show.
Yeah. All right, get the hell out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was a mess. Plus, the bad puns are horrific. If you don't understand what the bad puns are, Craig, why don't you fill us in on who our guest is for today?
Our guest is actually Mr. Las Vegas, and that is not a title held by Glenn Hausman, okay? He is the fitness equipment supplier to the rich and infamous.
Oh, I thought you were. Now you've ruined it. I thought we were going to have Wayne Newton on here when you said Mr. Las Vegas. God damn it.
The corporations, to HOAs, the one and only Moody Igram.
Whoa, Craig, crazy for you tonight, Moody. Whoa. Mr. Las
Hurt my
Vegas.
ears, all that applause. Jeez,
I know.
was loud.
Screw Wayne Newton. So,
Wow.
you know, Moody, I know the show's supposed to be about you, but over here at the Hausman Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse, we're getting ready for the spring season. And to honor you, because you sell a lot of that fitness equipment, I built myself a little bit of a workout area over here. So, you know, what do you think?
That's high end right there. I mean,
listen, it's good, and the best part is I get a good workout, and it makes me tired. I don't know. I don't know if that's worse than his Moody puns, but
cutting edge, I think. Actually, it's very nice.
Yeah, thank you. It's I like all the classy stuff, Moody. So. Nothing we don't do.
New school.
Yeah, for
which
sure.
Is great.
So we want to learn all about you, but I want to do that while we're doing this. Man, I just got to get to those cocktails right away. I'm thirsty as all heck. Moody, what are we drinking tonight on your end of the world there in Las Vegas?
We have the wonderful Herradura Ultra, which is a filtered añejo.
Añejo.
Very smooth, very easy sipping,
Mhm.
spectacular product. It's
Nice.
about $60 a bottle. Well worth
Nice.
the money invested. Definitely. Goes
Mhm.
down nice and is very tasty. And it's a clear añejo, which typically you don't see.
No, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
was
have to give,
actually at the distillery in 2019. It's mind blowing what they have there on site.
really.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Where is it? Is it like
where
in
is it?
Mexico or is
Tequila,
it?
Tequila,
Oh,
Mexico.
it's of course it's over
It's
there.
about
I'm
an
sorry.
hour and 15 minutes
I was
west
thinking
of
maybe it was just some guy
Guadalajara.
in a van out in the desert or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
that's for the counterfeit stuff, you know. You gotta have you need legit product when it comes down to consuming alcohol.
Yeah. So how long have you been drinking tequila for?
Seriously, for about 3 years, but I was turned on to one of the first premium tequilas, Jose Cuervo Reserva La Familia
Right.
Añejo by Scott DeGraff, who was one of the founders of Nine Group and
Mhm.
Ghost Bar. God
No,
rest his soul.
that's from the original Palms Resort back in the day. For those that don't
Yes,
know.
they started with Ghost Bar in Chicago, and then they opened a Ghost Bar here, and then they teamed up with Maloof and ran for quite a few years. And there was some serious fun going on at that property over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And geez, it was whirlwind. It's not the same since the Yamava took over recently.
No, it is.
Definitely.
It is not. Sorry, guys. I'm just mailing Dave a link because he's got to be on the go, and of course he doesn't. He didn't bring the link with him.
Back
Very
in the
angry today, Dave.
All
yeah,
right.
he's always angry on Fridays.
Yeah, and not only that, but the insultingly bad puns about your name is ridiculous. For me, I've been thinking about Moody puns all afternoon.
People
of
have
course,
smacked for less. Just
but
so
exactly. But I'm thinking how embarrassingly cliche it would be to do what he just did, because it's not like you haven't. Yeah. When was it? How long has it been since you didn't hear that in a single day? It must be like part of your regular life, and everyone thinks they're freaking clever, right?
It's a constant.
Yeah,
I can't say every day, but it definitely happens on first meets of people. It's always one or the other. I just play along, and
that's really just. It's really. I got to be critical of these people. You're not clever, and I've seen this happen with other things where it's obvious,
right?
And
But
they
people
think that they're the
believe
first
that they're
person.
yeah.
Yeah, you've got gray hair. Oh my God, this guy's got to be over 50. He's never heard this before, right?
Yeah, but because somebody comes up with it in their head, they think, oh, this is original. I'm the first one to think and say this.
Yeah, right.
I just save the eye roll and play along. You got to make friends. You want to make enemies.
Oh, that's true. It's got to be particularly tough when you're out there doing sales and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Funny. Yeah, Moody and I go back, I don't know, 25 plus years.
Yeah,
and
long time.
We met at the Long Beach Grand Prix for the first time. And he and I are, talking and walking. Everywhere we went, there were beautiful women jumping up and down and screaming his name. And I just looked at him and said, I'm hanging with you for the whole race.
We had fun. That was a good weekend.
A great time. And
it was fun.
We know how this brotherhood would grow and how much time we'd spend together. Moody got me dialed in at the Palms.
Yeah.
Got me introduced to a casino host and never had to wait in line for anything. And anytime anywhere. Yeah, Mickey.
She's at the Cosmo now.
Is she really?
She's Cosmopolitan.
Well, we got to go have dinner over there the next time I'm in town, so we can say hi to her.
Yeah.
But
she's great.
We were going to concerts, we were going to private parties, we were going everywhere, and Moody was responsible for me getting my membership at the House of Blues Foundation room when that was.
I loved when Mandalay was at it was at its peak back then.
Yeah, it's not the same anymore.
No, I'm
Sad
looking
to
forward to
say.
it. It's starting to do some. It's starting to do some reinvention. I'm looking forward to seeing Flanker Las Vegas open.
Yeah. Is that
That's
where
gonna be.
Areole is? Is that going to go where
No, it is going
Areole
to
is?
be where RM Seafood was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
the
Areole's
downstairs.
getting redone too into something else.
Yeah, it certainly is. That's
That
kind of
that whole property needs a refresh. It does. When it opened, it was the greatest property in town, and it's still one of the most well-rounded. But
yep.
Yeah.
it's like you look at Cosmo. That place is a game changer.
I know.
You know the way it's built. Everything's
Right.
built on 7.8 acres, so everything is stacked. You don't have to walk 100 miles to go anywhere.
That was like the best thing that could ever have happened to them by being forced into that space, and it made them
100%.
rethink absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And you're right. While like there's some energy that could be a little bit better maybe at the top restaurant floor.
Sure,
Overall,
sure.
it's really great for the customer, and it's super fun.
Right. I mean, look at Caesar's Palace and how massive that property is and how hard it is to navigate.
Yeah.
I mean, you almost have to stop for lunch to get from one side of the property to the other. It's so big.
Well, it's funny you say
crazy.
that, Moody, because that was one of Glenn's complaints a couple of years ago, just about Vegas in general. That he told a story about he was staying at a resort, he was speaking at the same resort, and had to leave his room a half an hour ahead of time to get to the speaking engagement on time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you look at those buildings on the Strip, and they're 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 rooms, and it's like it's right there. Well, that's about a mile away.
I know. It's so strange because the sense of scale is all screwed up because they're all these massive buildings.
Yeah.
So people are just like, oh, 3 buildings in New York or Chicago. They're like, no big deal. But they translate that psychologically, and then it takes them an hour to walk there, and they're like, what just happened?
Especially the way you have to navigate the Strip now with all the overpass walkways, which really is key because it just was utter gridlock otherwise trying to navigate the Strip on foot, especially in a car. People just clog the intersections and walk when they want, and
It's
there's
crazy.
just a fuck you attitude. Can I say that on here?
Yes. Well, you just did.
Well, I already did. So
yeah. Now,
it's
great.
just
Now
know,
I'm getting a
that's-
phone-
that's-
now I'm getting a phone call from my mom. She said,
That's the problem with people from Vegas. Unlike us classy, sophisticated, well-rounded New Yorkers, we know how to cross the street.
well, to be fair, none of those people that are crossing those
it's a
streets are
little
from
more
Vegas.
difficult here to
Yeah.
just cross the street.
I'll tell you what's really
So-
shocking there, Moody, is that there's no bridge at the soon-to-go-away Mirage Caesars area, right? There's no bridge that goes across to the other side of Las Vegas Boulevard over there. So it's like that one space.
No, there's one at Venetian. No, there's one in front of the Mirage.
No, but that's the other side. I'm talking about the other side of Mirage where it touches Caesars. There's no bridge that goes over there.
No,
And
there's not. It's
Yeah.
right on the south edge of Mirage. Yeah,
it's
that
one place that they can see.
there really isn't enough space
Right.
on the side. They could cut into Caesars, but on the east side of the Strip, there isn't enough room to really put
Yeah.
the elevator and the escalators and
very
all
true.
that's just not there.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know,
Daniel just had a question. David's out looking to do his man on the street interviews. He's looking for somebody who is nice that he can ask a question to.
Yeah.
100%.
Go to
Actually,
the Spearmint Rhino.
there is actually right
Is there a
behind
fight?
me. Yes.
Let's see. Let's watch the fight.
They're definitely meth heads, unfortunate to say, and yeah, they're gonna go at it about a couple dollars. But listen, guys,
That picture
You
of your
wanna-
picture is just exquisite, David.
you want to talk about being moody.
Uh-oh. There
You
it is
wanna-
again.
You want to talk about being upset. So, Glenn knows this. Maybe nobody else in this show knows this, but there's been a long time struggle between Long Islanders / New Jersey and Westchester people. Westchester being the county above Manhattan.
That's the
And
dog.
that is, we have 2 major transit train centers. Now, I know what you're going to say. People like Craig, people like California, people from most major cities are lucky to have 1 major transit station. We have 2. So the problem was
Yeah.
LIRR, Long Island / Glen, and Jersey go to Penn Station, which is on one side of the city.
At
And
34th and us between 7th and 8th
34th
Avenue.
between 7th and 8th. And then Westchester trains go to Grand Central Terminal, which is on 42nd and Madison between Madison and Lex. It always caused a problem because people in Long Island that work on Midtown East section near where I work would have to take the train all the way to Penn Station,
We're getting in
take
deep
the,
now.
take the subway back to where I work, and just a lot of time. So the LIRR had this great plan, and they came up with this beautiful thing behind me.
Your bit's working great.
Right
This
on.
beautiful thing behind me called Grand Central Madison. Listen,
Yeah.
Daniel's opinions really are invalid just because of who he is, so I'm fine with it.
He's just jealous of our fine mass transit that nobody wants to take.
So the LIRR created this great place called Grand Central Madison to make LIRR service to Grand Central. Now, Glenn, before I
Yep.
continue with my story,
Yep.
as a Long Islander, I know you don't travel to the city every day, but how big of a deal is that for people on Long Island who want to get to, Midtown East section of New York?
Theoretically, it was huge. It would have been amazing 30, 40 years ago when they started building the tunnels. But now that nobody wants to work in the city anymore, not so much. But you're in for $26 billion. You might as well just keep going forward with your plan.
In for a penny, in for $26 billion. So now they had decades to get this thing right. And Glenn, as you know, living in this area, they fucked everything up.
They did. Because now it takes everybody longer to get absolutely everywhere.
Instead of it being shorter for everybody because they can go to two different sections of New York, it's longer for everybody because they fucked up the train schedules.
Right.
And it's a complete madness. And now, after 30 some odd years of planning, they're taking some of the trains and putting them back to Penn Station. So this is all for nothing.
Yeah. That is true. And not only that, but they built it so far underground. Yeah, Craig, they built it so far underground that it takes something like 10 or 15 minutes just to get from the entrance of the street down to the trains, which is nearly as long as it takes to walk across town. So,
which you're going to see, which I'm doing right now.
So that's great. Moody, we got a question for you. What do you think? One Vegas block equals how many New York City blocks?
Well, wait. There's a question. There's a question there. Yeah, avenue or block is a different thing.
I'd say the blocks are real short. The blocks take about 90 seconds to walk down, and the avenue takes about 5 minutes.
Our major blocks that run east and west, Tropicana, Desert Inn, Sahara, Spring Mountain, Flamingo, Charleston, they're roughly each a mile apart. So it's Las Vegas Boulevard splits the city between east and west.
Right.
So it's really hard to judge, against a city like New York. I mean, it's, a mile. If you're walking 3.5 miles an hour, it's not going to take you that long, but you cover blocks in New York City pretty quick.
Speaking of New York City, look at all of us being civilized people and knowing how to cross the street. Wow.
Yeah,
look at us.
Here,
Hey, Dave, Mike,
stupid shit.
Oh, Craig, you finally got your freaking wish. Somebody wants to say hi.
Hi.
How are you? What's happening, buddy? Craig, you finally got your wish.
Hey.
This is so exciting. Hey, Dave, Mike McManus is saying, you're so good at complaining and being happy at the same time. True New Yorker. Kudos to you.
Yes. See, the thing that the running joke now is about New Yorkers is we're mean, but we're nice. And the thing about Californians is you're nice, but you're mean. And what people say when they say that is, if you're in New York and you get a flat tire, a New Yorker is going to be like, fuck you, stupid motherfucker. Why'd you drive over that pothole? But fucking, I'll help you fix it. While in California, you get to
stop here and fucking help you, motherfucker. God damn it.
But in California, it's like, damn, really, man, I'm so sorry that happened to you, bro. But enjoy your night. Have a good day.
On the 405 and go north to the I-5.
David, not true. The first words out of our mouth is, call my attorney because I'm suing the city for this pothole.
You really don't have any potholes in Southern California because the weather's the same every day pretty much.
You'd be surprised. You go from Burbank into North Hollywood, nothing but potholes. You know exactly where the city line is. As you get into Burbank, Same thing with Long Beach. Their streets are maintained. Anywhere else in the county of Los Angeles or the city of Los Angeles in particular, their streets are all fucked up.
Yeah, LA's a mess. That area. It's no thank you.
Hey,
I'll pass.
so Suzanne's got a good observation. I can't hear you, but Walking Dave seems annoying.
Walking Dave.
I should have made that my name. Oh man,
I know.
missed opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, for next time.
We'll have a shirt made, David. Don't worry about it.
So you can find the soon-to-be-made Walking Dave shirt. So Ed, you can wear that and all your walking needs, especially if you come to New York City. And where can you find that, gentlemen?
Red
Bubble.
That was the best you guys ever done. Good job. It only took 90 episodes.
Dude, I like panicked because I didn't quite hear what you said at the first half of the sentence, but then I figured it out, and I was so relieved when Craig and I nailed it now. But Suzanne's got another question. Dave, can you keep your whole face on the screen and not just a portion? Always producing.
No, I have zero time for that. Zero issue for that.
He's off camera talent.
Hey, Daniel, you're right. Dave is. We're very proud to announce that here at the Friday Night Audit team, we are producing our first movie, and it is called Cocaine Dave. When's that coming out? We accidentally left some cocaine out in the break room, and now we got to deal with Cocaine Dave.
Let me make that very clear for everybody out there.
That's a
we
joke.
They are a very drug-free zone at my hotel. Thanks, Glenn, for trying to get me fired. We are safe and secure.
I called your boss directly, and for some reason he still wants to keep you on. I don't know what's going on.
We are a very drug-free zone, which is why Glenn is not allowed in my hotel.
You said you weren't going to bring that up.
Okay? Hey, remember all that money that Glenn pays you.
Yeah, even if I wanted to do drugs, I couldn't afford them because I get no money from Glenn. All I get is the damn W-2 from his freaking accounting to take away my tax money.
I get that out right on time every year, though. I'm pretty impressed by that.
You were the first one to give it to me.
Yeah, because it takes me like 8 seconds on QuickBooks. I might as well just do it and then be done with it. I don't know why everyone waits, but who am I to talk? I got my taxes done this year. It's the first time I got it done on time in at least 10 years. So, I think, Craig, we were talking about our 2020 taxes, like last month or something like that.
Yeah. And some of us are still working on 2020. So
my accounting last year goes, wow, this is the first time you guys have actually owed money, and as far as I've used you or been with you guys. Let me see why. Oh, it's because of this no legacy thing that you got going on that didn't take any taxes out the entire year. They just screwed you. Thanks, Glenn.
That's not how it works with. That's not how it works with contractors.
And it's like, how much taxes could you take out of my $1.99 yearly salary that Glenn pays me?
I know. Well, the government they demand their 12 cents.
Yeah, they're gonna get theirs no matter what. That's for sure.
Listen, you'd be in the clear if you made $1 billion a year or more. They'd totally ignore you.
Yeah,
but being that you're a working man,
if you're a billionaire. So
it's the American way. That's the way the system's built.
So isn't my cut from our Redbubble sale supposed to get us there?
Listen,
no.
I haven't even seen my cut of the Redbubble sale, so your cut's just a fraction of that.
And hovering,
Yeah. We're putting all of our Redbubble profits into so we can each get ourselves like a producer Dave lamp one day for free.
Yeah.
Well, did you buy that with using your Redbubble profit? Did you buy that bench set behind you?
Dude, I made that myself.
You made that. What are you talking
about? You missed it.
I
just added to the House Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse.
And fitness.
Oh, so now it's the House and Pool Club Smokehouse Dispensary Fitness Center.
Yes. So, Moody, this is a good time. This is a good time to ask you. I said, obviously, over here, over at the House and Resort Pool Club, Smokehouse, Dispensary, soon to be brewery, and now Fitness Center, we have the latest technology in fitness. But for hotels that can't get this sweet kind of setup that I have working on over here, what are some of the things that you're seeing in fitness right now that people are really caring about in hotels?
The cardio pieces have always been a mainstay. Treadmills, bikes, ellipticals, steppers are step mills, steppers, are
Yeah.
on the rise. Other types of climbing pieces
Yeah, so
have
Moody,
been,
because you mentioned the the little jogging machines and stuff like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
I got a scam. Instead of joining the gym, I just keep faking heart palpitations, and I go for stress tests 3 days a week, and it's great. They put it at this little angle, and they put you on these wires, and it feels great. Plus, you get a good
as
workout.
long as your
Yeah.
insurance will cover those every other day visits, I say why not?
I keep telling him I'm Dave. It's working out just fine so far. Maybe that's why
The
he owes those
easier
taxes.
the easier one on your joints is to take the methamphetamine injection, and you just lay in the scan machine, and it just pops
Right.
your heart rate instantaneously.
I like what you're
You don't
saying, but
mess
I
up your
don't.
knees that way.
I love exactly what you're saying, but I don't want anyone ever to think I go easy on a joint. Bum.
Hello. Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. The Wall Street Journal just threw a little blurb on my phone that Meta / Facebook, whatever you want to call them, is announcing 13% layoffs on top of what they've already announced. So the big question I have for you, Glenn, do I have to be fearful of no vacancy layoffs coming soon?
No. You do not have to be fearful of no vacancy layoffs coming soon. Facebook sucks, so it is what it
does.
It is what it is. But Moody, I know I'm just joking around, but I do want to hear what you have to say about the fitness stuff.
But
So
before
please
he
continue.
jumps into that, I want to make sure that David rests tonight. David, even if no vacancy was to cut you loose, you will always have a spot to click tonight, okay?
Okay. Well, listen, then I get to work with a real quality team like Craig and Danny, unlike what I'm currently stuck with. So
the worst part is if I fired Dave from no vacancy, he might not do this show anymore. Oh, wait.
So I have a question for Moody that's going to kind of tie into what you were just saying, Glenn, what you were trying to get him to talk about. So,
Not really, but it's still a
no, it is shameless plug here. Hotel gyms, of course, in the big boxes, especially in Vegas, I'm sure they're very exquisite, luxurious, big, all that stuff. But you got a lot of hotels, especially select serve, middle tier properties. They just have like a closet in the basement with a 25-year-old exercise bike. So my gym and my hotel has a couple Pelotons, a couple wood weight treadmills, free weights. Is that really quality style equipment for a hotel gym, or am I just being bamboozled?
Well, the Woodway is one of the top units out there, actually. They make a great machine. It's way overpriced, I think, but it is a quality machine. The Peloton bikes are nice bikes, designed build-wise, but they're ungodly overpriced. The screens
Right.
alone can't be more than $100.
Moody, you say that, but the way that they hold our wet laundry to dry off
Yeah.
is absolutely fantastic over here.
It's
So
one of the best clothes hangers out there.
best investment I know we ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My walking machine clothes hangers start at $4K. So I got to make sure the customers in there they're going to drop that kind of money on a clothes hanger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what you're saying is the Woodways and the Pelotons are really good machines. They're fun to be around. They're quality equipment, but they're overpriced, which sounds like a pretty good euphemism for Manhattan and Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I've inquired on their products. Even they keep their used and remanufactured product elevated within 1,000, 2,000 of what they sell new, which is insane.
That's insane.
That's how Woodway does it. I get it, but it's like I'm going to pass on that product. So
what
machine do
you sell the most of? Brand? What type?
Treadmills? Core Health and Fitness, Star Trek, Nautilus, Stairmaster, Schwinn, Jacob's Ladder. Core just acquired Jacob's Ladder within the last year, and that's a pretty cool piece.
Bring that back
It's like a rolling ladder.
Wait, Dave gets paid at no vacancy? We all thought it was quarter point of community. Listen, Mike, let me tell you that it certainly feels that way. It certainly feels like I'm being stuck here by the law. It feels like that every single day.
Don't do a spit take, Glenn.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God.
All right,
Oh,
so Daniel's wondering, hey Moody, where are you planning to go on vacation this summer?
Well, I will
family,
be
3 kids at that.
visiting family in Iowa probably twice, 3 times before the end of the year.
Wow, that's a lot of Iowa.
Well, that's
Yes,
what
it
you
is.
do when you live in Vegas. You go travel on vacation all the way to Iowa.
Yeah.
Wow, super exciting.
I will get a Guadalajara and Tequila, Mexico trip in at some point, and hopefully a couple of music festivals along the way.
Nice.
How many years did you spend following the Grateful Dead? Because you actually stopped working for a little bit.
No, I just pushed work off. I didn't really stop. I caught all the first time I saw him was I think 81 or 84 in Iowa, and I was set back by that whole thing. Jeez, it was never seen a Deadhead before.
Yeah,
you learn what patchouli is really fast.
Really fast.
Yeah.
I learned about that going to Dead shows, and then it carried on to every dorm I lived in college.
Right? Patchouli and Reaper. They did. I went to all the shows they had here in the 90s, 91 to 95. They did 3 shows in a weekend, and it was one of the most incredible experiences. The first year that they were here.
Atomic and Mac Center?
No, it was at Sam Boyd Stadium where UNLV used to play. They did it out there. They didn't serve any alcohol, which sucked, but they had the first year. The opening acts for the 5 years were Steve Miller, Traffic, Dave Matthews,
Sting was 1 year
Santana.
in summer of '93.
What's that?
Sting did summer of '93.
Yeah, and Sting. Yeah. They were spectacular shows. They were so fun.
Absolutely.
God, they were fun. That first year after there was Deadhead swimming in the fountains, selling grilled cheese on the strip, and the city went berserk. This is 91. City went berserk.
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm sorry, I gotta jump in here. I'm sorry to really interrupt your story, but we were talking pre-show about where we're gonna do our 100th episode, which is coming up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And there's this thing in Port Authority Bus Terminal where you can do kind of anything you want in front of everybody. And this is what's happening right now. I'm not really
David,
sure what
I'll
it
give you
is.
$1,000 if you go in there and drop your trousers.
How about I just go in there and dance with them? So what do you guys think about dressing up like this and going ahead? And listen, they're having fun. Don't get me wrong. They're good for them. But maybe we should do something like this, guys, for our 100th episode. What do you think?
Interesting.
Performance art.
Sure, let's do some performance art.
And we can do it. To be fair, I feel like this show is already performance art. We're pretending to be a real show.
Hey, listen, they're getting about as many viewers as we are on a daily basis, so let's go for it. I mean, I think we should do it.
Hey, we're number 3 with a bullet, and Anthony's worried that we're going to be number 1 soon.
Up 6 slots. Yeah, we're totally going to displace those no vacancy fuckers. That's for sure.
Glenn wins either way. Okay.
Well, listen, Craig, when I get laid off from No Vacancy and I come over to Click, I promise you, we will take down those jerks over at No Vacancy Live.
Hey, they're not jerks. They're good people.
So,
only two of them. The one above me, not so much.
Yeah, well, I can't really argue with that. Moody, before we get back to your story, Mike is saying early 90s, Dead Show, porn convention, and Sevens rugby tournament, same weekend. I'm told I had fun.
Oh, my God. How's he still alive?
And not sick.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Moody, thinking about those stadium Dead shows and stuff. I was mentioning in '93, I did that. I went to Chicago. I saw them at Soldier Field in Chicago. But I'm a New Yorker, so Giant Stadium every single summer in June they would do shows over there. So I know all what you're talking about. I think I saw all those tours. Yeah.
So, Grateful Dead concert.
They had so we got Deadheads swimming in the fountain, selling grilled cheese on the strip, selling jewelry, selling balloons.
Tie-dye.
Just so everybody knows, there's a setup where everybody did the sales, and it's called Shakedown Street, which is named after one
Well,
of
that
their
was
one
set
of
up
their
out
songs.
at the stadium, but they're
Yeah.
literally moved in onto the strip. So
Yeah.
at the end of it, the city and the county were like, "What is going on with these deadheads? These people? What the fuck are they doing here?
Right.
They're swimming in the fountains. They're selling grilled cheese." End of the month, the gaming numbers come in. They're like, hey, these deadheads they're okay. They're all right. They're not bad people. So they smell a little funny, but
Yeah, listen,
they're all right. So
big cheese. They got a lot of that money, man. That they just
they
throw it
set
around.
the city on their ear. The city and county didn't know what to do. It was funny. I laughed so hard at that
Glenn,
one.
Yep.
Glenn, are deadheads in terms of their demeanor similar to the Fish crew?
Yeah, I think the thing is a lot of people got caught on in college, and then they went on to be real professionals. And as they followed the band for decades, and particularly at that period of time, most of them were probably very well off professionals. And the folk, the hippies that were in the fountain selling grilled cheese are just a visible part of it. But that's a small percentage of the thousands and thousands of people that were in the stadium that had gone on and done some amazing things and then gambled all their money away and then, wound up in poverty.
David,
but that's
have you
another
ever
story.
listened to a Grateful Dead, I'm going to say album, and I know you don't know what an album is, but it was like the vinyl version of a digital download. So, you ever listened to Grateful Dead?
I have not, but I have gone to several Fish concerts with Glenn, and I've always said they are the most amazing people to be able to show with because they just don't have any problems. They're all there to vibe. So,
they're all there to have a good time. Yeah.
3 albums.
There was nothing like going to a Dead show. I got to see John Mayer do his thing with, what is it, whatever they were doing with the remaining members, and it brought back some great memories, but it just was not the same.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, try to keep yourself muted if you're not talking. All right.
That sounds like you're going for me anyway.
Hey, David. 3 downloads you need to get for the Grateful Dead, and then I want to hear your opinion on that. You need to get Working Man's Dead.
Yeah.
Get Europe of 72, and you need to get Dark Star. Okay, those 3 downloads are absolutely incredible.
Or just put on a Touch of Grey and have no concept of what they were actually about.
I have one question though. What is 72?
Exactly.
Europe of 72.
Yeah.
What is 72 though? I've never heard of it.
That's the year
it's because that's the year they were in Europe.
It was live.
It's live, yeah.
It's a live album.
There was a year 1972.
Oh
Yes.
God, he's
There
doing
was,
that again.
David.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
I know it's a BD, but it is.
Poor David. Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys fell right into my
Add
trap.
Shakedown Street to that list too. There's some good music on there as well.
Yeah, but those are the
problem,
3 that I think that everybody they're diverse, and if you listen to Working Man's Dead, that was by far their best studio album, and it is just amazing from the moment that I got it and I dropped the needle on the vinyl till I picked it up on the flip side on the end of side 2. It's just, I still periodically, if I get a new device and it doesn't come up on that, I'll go buy another copy digitally and put it on there. I've always got Working Man's Dead on a phone, something.
But Dave, also totally not representative of what it was like seeing them in concert.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Same with Fish as well. It's listening to them on a recording.
It doesn't work.
But seeing them live, and I have friends that live on the East Coast that are big Fish fans. Yeah. And I said, what do you guys think of Widespread Panic? They went berserk. They're like, fuck you. That they suck. I think they're great.
They're great, man.
I just saw them last Sunday.
Yeah,
they put on a great show at the Virgin.
Yeah, Moody, I fucked up because one time I was in Vegas and Trey Anastasio, for those of you who don't know, lead singer of Fish, he's got a side band. He was playing Brooklyn Bowl, and Widespread Panic was playing the Theater at Park MGM. Yeah, and I didn't realize it. I probably would have gone to see Widespread Panic instead because I've seen Fish Trey hundreds of times,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Well,
But I've been Dynasty Widespread Panic forever. I got into them in
they're good.
91.
They're
or
fun
something
to see
like that.
live.
Yeah.
That week when Fish, it was, I don't remember who was first, but one weekend was Fish, the next weekend was Widespread. It was, they were
Fun.
positioned that close together. So it was cool to see them back to back like that.
I think that
within
was
a week.
I think that was like 97 when they played the Aladdin before that closed or something.
But the one when they played Park MGM is what you were talking about. That was when they were here really close together.
Oh yeah. We also they did Halloween. They always do that. They did the Halloween run.
Yeah,
Sully,
night run.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, tell Moody what you got accomplished when we went to the Fish concert in Vegas.
What I got accomplished? I don't want to misread and say what I think you mean, but that may not necessarily.
That's what I tell him. He won't believe it.
I got him to smoke something.
Well, we were supposed to get together after the show, and I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, something. "Well, I couldn't go anywhere." I thought, "Okay."
It took a lot out of him, to be fair. And he's going to go to 2 shows with me next month at the Hollywood Bowl, though.
Los Angeles, yeah.
For who are you seeing?
The Fish.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now
they're fun. They are fun to see.
Yeah.
U2 concert I've been to is with Moody, and it was at Anaheim Stadium. And Lenny Kravitz was the opening act, and it was a
great shows.
Night.
Great shows. They're going to open that. They're going to open that Sphere minus Larry Mullen Jr.
Oh,
he's having surgery on his elbows and his neck. It's amazing that they're going to carry through without him on this.
Yeah. I can't believe
so. I can't either.
It's all right. They'll still have the edge. But boom.
Right.
Sorry,
right.
I don't want to make a Moody joke. So you know.
There you go.
And F1 it literally skirts completely around the MSG Sphere before it shoots down to Las Vegas Boulevard.
I know, dude. It's insane. So I don't know if you guys saw the renderings of the whole finish line area that they're building.
Maybe producer
David. Oh yeah, I drive by it all the time.
Yeah, they've been building it for like 6 months already, right? So I've
not even. They're on fast track to get that paddock done, and I think they're 2 stories up. I think it's going to be 3.
Wow.
When I was there in December, Moody, they were just like still doing land prep and stuff. Yeah. It's amazing how quick that's coming together.
They got to get it done. So when they came out, they said 3-year commitment. And
now they're talking 10.
Right. They haven't even started, but it's a slam dunk. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Last time there was an F1 race here was 81 in Caesars parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have made the Long Beach Grand Prix still F1 at that time too, wasn't it?
Did they have F1 out there?
Long Beach Grand Prix started out as an F1 race, and
did it really? I thought it was it not Indy?
No, Indy was after that, and then it went to Kart, and then when Indy bought Kart, they came back, but it started out as Formula One, and they only got 3 of them in there, and it was so expensive that it wasn't worth the while.
Yeah, F1's an expensive sport.
They had in North America at that time was Toronto. I think that was the only other one. Miami was somebody's wet dream, and there was nothing in Mexico. There was Brazil, and that was it in this hemisphere. So
yeah.
But
it's going to be cool to have F1 here. They're putting out ticket packages that are just. Wynn's got a $1 million package out there.
So
yeah. Well, what Craig and I's strategy is we're going to wait till year 3 after everyone's already spent all their money and it's not as big of a deal anymore.
Yeah, I did get an offer from American Express for $8,600 for a ticket.
Wow.
Can't you just
full experience.
But as a local, can't you just get like one of those grandstand tickets, being for $500, whatever it is, and
they have? I was just reading today they're having putting out some GA grants. I don't know that it's actually SRO, so it's around the MSG Sphere. It won't be a very good experience. Everything on Las Vegas Boulevard has been taken up by the casinos on their properties.
And,
so you buy their package, you buy the ticket, you get the hotel, and you're in their package. So
Yeah.
You know, you got to have some juice to try to get into something like that. Otherwise, you know, chop off your arm and leg and go.
Yeah,
Well,
this is
we're
gonna
also-
be an event of who's who.
Who's
That
who.
is
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Than this Sunday with the Academy Awards. And Glenn,
Yeah.
it is almost a year for the
It's true.
slap.
I heard.
World.
I heard Will Smith's feelings were hurt because of what Chris Rock said in his comedy special.
Aw, poor
I-
baby.
Whatever.
I would argue a slap across the face probably hurts a little bit too. But
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny.
That was pretty funny what he said too.
The Academy decided they were going to have a crisis response team in the theater this year.
Yeah.
yeah,
So if somebody gets out of control and your feelings are hurt, you can talk to them, and then they'll evict that person from the venue.
yeah. Hey, Mike, I saw your comment, but I want to wait till Dave's back to bring it up over there. And meanwhile, Chris is saying they're going to end up dumping those packages when no one buys them. Yeah.
You
I
have
don't know.
friends that are brokers. You wait till the very last minute to buy tickets. I don't care what the event is. Very last minute, you will score. You look at Super Bowl every year. The tickets go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, and at the very last minute they drop.
Yep.
It's the way to do it. If you can stomach the wait.
Yeah, I panicked. I got some Fish is doing 7 nights at Madison Square Garden this summer, and I panicked, and I got a couple of extra tickets I probably didn't need because of that. But I know full well the way this whole scam works now is that it's going to come down, and like 2 days before they're going to do a ticket release, and I'll be able to get them. You know?
It will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they played there so many times that it's probably tough to say, hey, there's going to be a production hold. You know, they know where sound's going to be. They know what their state's requirements are. So, you know, but any other show that's coming into a fresh venue, you know, they could hold 100 seats plus or minus whatever just for production alone.
Right.
And those get dropped in regular sale day of the show.
Yep.
And you score some of the best tickets you can find
It's
just
crazy.
by waiting.
Moody, speaking of that, my buddy was dying to go see last summer Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's been a big fan, 30 plus years, the whole deal. But they wanted like $500 for like the crappiest seat at Giant Stadium all the way in the back. He's like, F them.
Yeah.
2:00 same day, he got a ticket for, I don't know, $150 right next to the stage on the side.
Wow.
Because they just,
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
mean,
I'm going to the show. Yeah.
There's some people that are traveling to a city to see a band or a show.
Yeah.
You know, their flight, hotel, everything they're investing in this. It's hard for them to stomach the wait. You know, like we got to have our tickets. We need our tickets. I'm like, wait.
I can understand why you can't though.
Right. But I mean, I have friends that are brokers. I have friends that are consolidators that handle brokers. And every single time, wait till the last minute.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We went and saw.
think that that's an issue of,
David.
do you guys think
Well,
that's an
Dave?
issue of do you think that's an issue of resellers and them just buying all the inventory up early and then they get stuck with the tickets, or
We don't do
why-
that. We don't resell
why-
anything.
why is that?
No, we're just trying to score good tickets at a fair price at the last
No, but I'm saying,
minute.
but
That's
why
what
are
I
they?
do.
No, I'm not saying why you guys get the tickets. I'm saying why are they so cheap, so last minute?
Well, the brokers that are selling tickets at elevated numbers have, you know, they average out their take by selling, you know, 2 tickets for $500 a piece when they paid $100, and then they've got, you know, these other tickets that they'll make less on. So these guys will eat tickets just to eat them.
Yeah.
You know, they've made their money. They don't give a shit. You know, and it's
they couldn't go.
Yep.
yeah.
And
So,
so,
You know, you look at Adele, what she did when she canceled her show last year. She waited till the night before, when she knew a month ahead of time that she wasn't going to follow through on that production. She fucked all those people coming into town, flight, hotel, everything.
that was obnoxious.
She knew a month before, and they'd say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Fuck off." So stupid. I was pissed.
right.
I didn't have tickets, and I don't care. But she really put the hurt on a lot of people.
He hurt a lot of people.
I forget the amount of money that they spend on those tickets, but to make all those plans, to take off from work, probably to do all of that stuff, and the disappointment has got to be so intense when you're already there. I feel for those. I feel for all those kids that were going to that concert last fall, one of those big festivals where the '90s Throwback Festival that got canceled because of the wind.
When we were young, or something like that.
Something like that. And all those people flew into town and they couldn't do it. Different circumstances. That was not fault. You can't control the weather, but still, disappointment after
what they did with that festival, because all their contracts,
you're going to say,
all their contracts say no harm, no foul. So the artist is getting paid. They're like, fuck this, let's play. So they just started packing local venues.
And that worked out great.
It was one of the coolest things to see these bands coming in and playing all these local venues. People were freaking out.
How amazing!
Freaking out, lining up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get into a place that holds 200 people.
Oh, for sure, Moody. Because listen, think about it. You go, you're going to see your favorite band, and then you don't have that, but then you find out they're playing a secret show somewhere. That is such a cool freaking experience, and
it was great.
That is the ultimate glass of lemonade for a scenario
it was cool to see, and it made so many people so happy to see that. I didn't really give a shit about any of the bands that were playing, but to see the joy on these people's face, it was cool to see. It was.
Glenn, why don't you ask or show that question from the audience for David?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Dave.
Moody.
So Mike is saying, hey, to give you some perspective, dead shows are like Coachella minus the bad music, douchebags, commercialism, and Molly.
So
that's actually funny.
They just have nitrous oxide. What is it, nitrous gas? Is that it?
Yeah, it was nitrous. The nitrous mafia at the fish shows outside.
So
I've never been to Coachella. I don't plan on going.
Hey, that's Drew Hardy. That's our roving reporter. He's out there asking the hard hitting questions at Old Cella. So
we're gonna.
That would actually be fun. That the country thing that they do after Coachella's over. That would be kind of fun to do. There was only 1 year that lineup at Coachella was even desirable, when I think it was Steely Dan and AC/DC were both on the bill. Every other year, I've seen all those bands multiple times. Like, I'm not going out there to get blasted by a hoobab or whatever the hell is coming through there. It's just not worth it. All those rookies milling around, taking selfies. No, thank you.
What was that?
Oh my God, that's so funny. You're talking about the rookies. I think it's so adorable when I go to these concerts and I say the younger people, and there's like, I was going to a Jimmy Buffett concert last summer, and there's some 20-somethings there, and
you need to explain Jimmy Buffett to our producer.
Yeah, they were so drunk they couldn't even make it into the show.
Yeah, that's what they do at Buffett shows. I saw him at Irvine Meadows many years ago. Oh my God!
John and Heidi were all there.
Oh,
great show.
They get loaded. Those people drink. Buffett's playing here either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Moody, do you believe
in aliens? Dave does.
There's a alien cat house out north of Vegas, outside of Clark County. So yeah, I do. They cost extra. Oh no, this is north on the 95 towards Reno.
Hey, let's bring up the slides. Let's play a game.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that. We gotta do that because we're gonna have to end this show real soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna play a little game with you. This is called Is It or Isn't It Fitness Equipment?
Who are you asking?
Or is you? You.
Oh, yes, it is. But that's oh my God, that thing's horrible.
So it isn't. What's the next slide, Glenn? Is that
there you go.
Fitness
that is,
or isn't it?
91 series light fitness, mostly a little hammer in there.
So it is.
It's not a bad little gym.
Okay.
It's older stuff, but that's quality equipment right there.
Yeah, you know what? That's in the motel down the street, and they were able to amortize that out over several decades.
That stuff's pretty old, but it is good product.
You got another one, Glenn?
You missed a golden opportunity. Oh, there's more. Okay, I will hold my.
No,
peace.
that's it. You just had me 2 pictures.
No, there was
missed
3
it.
more. You
I
only got
did not
one
get
email?
those. That's it for that.
I'll
Sorry,
bet
bro.
you went to the other email address, the Rouse one.
Sorry.
So
Oh,
you
well.
guys missed a golden opportunity for a great joke. You should have played this game, and you should have had my gym in the slideshow.
Well, we didn't know you'd be working. We thought you were having a baby today.
One day, you guys will be decent enough producers to think ahead like that.
No, I've got no. I'm not going to be a producer. No, I've got.
We don't produce, man. We don't do that behind the scenes stuff. We're talent, dude.
But then when you're trying to put these things together, you don't tell me about it so I can help you. Instead of saying, "Hey, this is a great game show we're gonna do. Let's see what Dave can input," we just ignore David completely.
So, Moody, exercise equipment and conferences. How do those blend together?
And conferences?
Yeah. You
Well-
don't want a bunch of drunk people trying to lift weights and trying to mess up your display. So I'm having a hard time understanding.
That's liability there, but
Now
we
you're
just
exercise equipment, so which is
post a big disclaimer and everything's good, I guess.
all right.
Or utilize the drink holder and carry on. Why not?
All right, guys, I gotta.
There you go.
I'm gonna go into a bad service area.
That's cool. We're gonna have to wrap up anyway.
Bye,
So
David.
see you later, Dave. Be good. Anyway,
You have a baby.
yeah. So I could hear my studio's upstairs in my house, and my son Jake is now home from
Nice.
college. I hear him running up and down the stairs, and it's very exciting. So I'm gonna get to say hello to him in a couple of minutes. But before I get a great family reunion, we got to do this. That's right, the moment you've all been waiting for. The reason why you tune into Friday Night Audit every week. Of course, I'm talking about the Plug-a-Palooza. Moody, shameless plug time. What do you have to shill?
Nevada Fitness Systems is my company. I sell exercise equipment. We concentrate on commercial grade products. www.nevadafit.com.
Nice.
Sales, consultation, design. We do it all.
Beautiful. That is a capital plug right there. Thank you, Craig. Rainy Day Sully. Click 6 is over. I feel like, and you're going to be taking a little break here. I feel like the plugs are not going to be too great.
Not a whole lot of plugs. I want to thank you. I want to thank Moody for being there and being sponsors and being part of this conference from the beginning. We had a great event, and I thank everybody involved, our attendees, our sponsors, our exhibitors, our speakers, the hotel, the Westin and South Coast Plaza Hotel did an outstanding job. Interns, everybody who participated, my production partner, Arnie Garfinkel and his team, and our printers, everybody. We're going to be back next year. Click 7, bigger and better. So can't wait. Producer Danny and I are going back into production in about 2 weeks on Click Connect. So we'll be back with brand new episodes. We've got a tremendous amount of great guests already booked for the show for season 8, believe it or not. So we're really looking forward to this. And hey, you know what? Just to promote our friends over at the PM shift, here's one of their shirts, 501 Club. So, if you get off at 5, you're asleep at 5:01. Glenn and I are launching our 12:01 time to take a nap shirt on Redbubble soon. So,
yep, that's gonna be our whole store dedicated to that. So,
one last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing. So, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
As you know, I went to Knott's Berry Farm the other day.
Yes, you did. Oh, you still have some pie left.
Nothing like boysenberry pie. So, you know what? Have a great weekend, brother.
Thank you. And
You as
I would
well.
like to do my favorite two plugs, Spark and Hair. That's Spark plug and Hair plug for you guys out there. All right. No Thanks You Live, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at noon East Coast time. I'm going to be doing a franchise panel at the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference coming up March 21st, 22nd, 23rd. I think our panel's on the 22nd. I got the Chief Development Officers with Wyndham, Hyatt, IHG, and some other company called Marriott. I don't know who they are. Maybe they'll be successful at some point. So that should be a lot of fun. And then I'll be at the Choice Hotels conference at the end of April. I'm going to be hosting Remington Hotels conference in Palm Springs first week of April. We got a no vacancy studio at AHOA coming up in LA.
Yes,
and of course, you could find me at the Hollywood Bowl with Craig Sullivan seeing some fish shows April 21st, 22nd.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, talk about
And we're
fun.
doing a live show from the W.
We're doing a live Friday night audit the night of April 21st from the rooftop of the W Hollywood. That should be great. Until next week. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here on the Friday night audit.
Aloha. Good night.